I didn't understand the importance of tough love until I was in my late 20s. And let me tell you something, tough love is necessary for each and every person. You need it. Because the world is tough. Being ambitious is tough. Being passionate is tough. Having enthusiasm is tough. Success is tough. To achieve anything great or to be successful at anything requires discomfort. It requires effort, grinding, discipline. Tough shit. And so growing up, my dad was tough on me. He would say things like, the only time play comes before work is in the dictionary. You know what I mean? I'd come home with 100 on my test paper and brag about it to my parents, and my dad would say, well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. On some, what, you want a cookie type stuff, right? He didn't say that to me verbatim, but, pretty much like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, you're supposed to be passionate about life. You're supposed to be hardworking. You're supposed to strive to be above average, right? That's why there's scores. That's why there's grades. Because passing is not just enough. Just reaching the bar is not enough. And it shouldn't be. If everybody in the world was mediocre, we wouldn't have, touch screen cell phones. We wouldn't have Wi-Fi. We wouldn't have, cars. We wouldn't have fuel efficiency, hybrids. We wouldn't have giant skyscrapers. We wouldn't have anything. We'd still be in like shacks and stuff with no windows, freezing our asses off over a campfire if nobody had any ambition. See, everybody wants to reap the rewards of greatness. Everybody wants to reap the rewards of something above average. But not everybody wants to be above average. And the beautiful thing about being above average and achieving greatness is that just the mere association with you, other people live off of that. Other people live off of your accomplishments. So you got people who say, well, you know what? I don't need to chase money and be a millionaire or be a billionaire. I just need to earn enough money for me. That's a very small and weak mindset. Be money hungry. You know why? I'll be money hungry. I want $1 million. I want $1 billion. You know why? Because I can take those millions of dollars and I can invest them into schools in poor neighborhoods. I can give back to my community. I can invest in education for my family, for my friends. I could travel the world and do seminars and teach people everything that I've learned from this uncomfortable journey leading to success. I can spread my wealth. It's not just about spending money on me and just having money for luxurious, extravagant things. I don't believe in the fact that, the meek will inherit the earth. That's bullshit, because you know what? Look around you. The only people who run things are the wealthy. The 1%, the above average. Those are the people who run things. And it's going to take a lot more than complaining and begging in order to even the playing field. You got to work for that. You want to make more money, you don't complain wanting to raise the minimum wage. You got to get an above average mindset. And that's going to need tough love. Because you know what? Me as a successful person, me as a coach, you come to me and say, hey, how do I get started? What do I need to do? If I tell you what you need to do, don't ever come back and ask me again. Because I'm going to ask you, well, did you do what I told you? And if you tell me no, don't come and talk to me and ask me again, because you're not serious. And I'm not going to bust my ass and learn the things that I've learned so that I can keep spending my time trying to teach people who are not willing to implement what I teach them. And any great mentor is the same thing. You got a lot of people who are successful in this world, and you'll come up to them and be like, hey, can you help me out? And you come out with your hand out. You're invisible to them because nobody gave them a handout. People who broke their ass, they came from nothing. You got people who are homeless. They're like six-figure earners, multimillionaires, traveling the world, spreading wealth. Don't come up to them with your hand out, because they're not going to do it. Don't come up to me and be like, hey, you got a quarter? Can I borrow $1? Is that really all you're going to ask for out of life? Rather than asking yourself, yo, I demand $1 million from myself. I demand more money from myself. If you're not willing to demand it from yourself, don't come asking me. That's tough love. Because this world is not going to hold your hand. You got to go through discomfort. You got to get tough.